What's up? You know, like, before I kind of was growing tired of arguing with Confederal Socialists, but now, like, I've come to the realization that it's actually kind of fun for me. So, if you don't like it, you know, because I know some people are getting bored with it, but I find it interesting. Confederal Socialist is an interesting human being to me, because a lot of the people that are Confederal Socialist detractors disagree with me on what I think is an important point. They think, a lot of them think that he's stupid. Confederal Socialist is not stupid, which makes his behavior and the logic that he uses all the more peculiar, because he's not stupid. He's very intelligent. Which is why I find him to be such an interesting human being. He made a video today, which, you know, he at one point in the video he was talking about how, you know, he pulled out the same shit that I've heard him and Junior Bacon Cheese say, that anti-racism is just as bad as racism. Okay. And Confederal Socialist says, you know, genetic engineering and bioengineering or something are going to make it so that there are no races anymore, so it's really not an issue. Okay. And I'm not making that up. That's what he said. Like, I wish I was making that up. That's why this shit blows my mind, because he's very intelligent. What kind of intelligent person says shit like that? He's trying very, very hard to defend what he knows is a ridiculous position. We might as well just say, you know, okay, we're going to invent a drug or something that's going to make gay people straight soon. So homophobia isn't an issue, right? I mean, if you're going to take it to one ridiculous extreme, you might as well take it to the next. But Confederal Socialists won't see that. You know, and it's a cop-out, because Confederal Socialist doesn't want to discuss race, because issues of racism butt up quite nicely against his whole idea of restrictive covenants, because this is one of the several important issues that make restrictive covenants unappealing to many people. And this is his cop-out. This is his way of not having to address the issue of racism. He's just like, oh, no, racism, you know. I haven't seen any problem with racism. He actually said that, okay, the reason that busing, you know, he was talking about the issue of busing in the South, and he said that the reason that this racist, you know, institution was in place was because of the state, and that no one would have had, you know, nobody would have done that if there wasn't a state. So pretty much the state is responsible for racism. I mean, I don't know. He's trying very hard. This is another example of him ignoring society, ignoring people. Okay, the state caused this problem, right? The only reason that racism is an issue is because of the state, but racism isn't really an issue because, you know, it's just racism. You know, it's not really a problem. I haven't seen racism to have caused any problems. You know, just like homophobia, right? That hasn't caused anybody any problems. And all I said was, I said, you know, saying, you know, talking about bioengineering or whatever is eliminating race is a cop-out for you not having to discuss the issues of racism. And his response was, I'm sorry that I don't want to kill all white nationalists. I'm sorry that I just don't want to kill everybody. Like, okay, Confederal Socialists. So I said, you know, you're a strange person. You're very intelligent. I don't see why you have to strawman me on this issue. I don't know why you won't address it head on. It's because it's frightening to him because he doesn't have an answer. And he says to me, scream strawman all you want. I don't know how you could. I didn't even have exclamation points. I believe it was the most calm way of typing possible. Scream strawman all you want, but it was clear to me what was going on. Apply rationality to white nationalism, then I'll believe you. But you are frothing at the mouth against a very impotent group. And no, the state is not society. That's fascism. It's what we have today. It's what 90% of people believe in, and it's a-tarded. I don't know what a-tarded means. It's not in the dictionary. It's not on Wikipedia. It doesn't lead to anything. I put it into Google, and it leads to E-Trade. So a-tarded seems to be a word that he's created. I don't know if he's trying to say that our state is fascism. If it is, he doesn't understand what fascism is. You know, it's so weird that he backpedals on this issue, because he's admitted to me at the very beginning that the government is a result of society's will or apathy. He's admitted this. So now, but now he's saying the state is not society. Like, okay, fucking pick one. All right. You know, I don't know how the fuck I'm supposed to take you seriously. I mean, dude, listen. You know, fine, you're not a white nationalist, okay. You know, but for somebody who's not a white nationalist, and yes, white nationalism is racism. You cannot separate those two things. I don't even know how you've convinced yourself that these are two separate issues. You know, for somebody who claims to not be a white nationalist, you try really, really hard to defend racism and the white nationalists' right to create a racist, exclusive society where they rule over any black people who happen to wander, or any Asians or whatever who happen to wander into their territory. It's so bizarre that you would do that. You know, just because you're anti-racism doesn't mean that you want to kill all racists. And you said that I said I wanted to kill all racists. I believe what I said at one point was, racists, you could all please go kill yourselves. And I mean that quite sincerely, but I'm not going to kill you. If you can find it within your heart to do the decent thing and off yourself, that would be excellent. But of course, I don't advocate murder just because I don't agree with you, so I'm not going to kill all white nationalists. But that's of course what he jumps to, okay? Racism is just an innocent little, you know, it's just racism, but anti-racism, that means they want to kill all the racists. You see that guy doesn't like racism. Martin Luther King, he wanted to kill all the white people. It's like, dude, just shut up, man. Would you please fucking focus on economics and shit? This is something you know about. This is the same thing that article I read about Hop talked about, okay? You understand to a certain extent how economics works. Can you please stay out of the realm of human thought, because you aren't doing very well at it. Stop talking, okay? When you go out and you say, all anti-racists want to kill all racists, you sound fucking stupid. Anyone who buys that shit is an idiot. I don't know where you get these subscribers that just ejaculate everywhere when you say shit like this. Oh, that makes sense. You know, you're justifying the beliefs of racists, okay? You know, if you don't want people to think that you're a white nationalist, racist piece of shit, you should probably stop saying that, okay? I mean, my mind is constantly blown by the shit that comes out of your mouth. When you're talking about economics, you sound rational, your shit is for the most part well thought out, and I can buy a lot of it, okay? I can get behind it. But when you get into shit like this, like racism and stuff like this, you sound like a flaming idiot, okay? You know, stop doing it for your own good. Stick to something you know what the fuck you're talking about, okay, bro? You know, don't stop strawmanning people. Stop changing the definitions of words and concepts to suit your uses. It's fucking obnoxious as shit. And I'm not the only person to have pointed this shit out. There's plenty of people that you can find that echo this same thing. You're a very smart person. You shouldn't be doing this shit. So I'll talk to you folks later. And I will keep talking just in case it doesn't cut off this last 30 seconds like it usually does. For everyone's information, if this does show up, never buy Durals. Yeah, these suck. Don't do it. I made a mistake. Made a big mistake. How about 3 packs of these? I gotta smoke all 3 packs of these fucking things. They're fucking terrible. Don't buy Dural cigarettes.